Senator Adam Schiff goes after one of Trump's judicial nominees and asks her whether or not Donald Trump could be prosecuted for this thing that happens right here. You guys have got to see this to believe it.
Professor, you've appeared before the committee many times, but the last time you were in committee was for a hearing entitled, "When the President Does It, That Means It's Not Illegal, the Supreme Court's Unprecedented Immunity Decision." At the time, you described that immunity decision as modest, and I want to ask you about the modest impact of that decision. When John Sauer was here for his confirmation hearing, I asked him about an argument he made in that case before the Court of Appeals, in which he was asked specifically by the Court of Appeals judge, one of them, if the president were to order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent, would he be immune? His answer apparently was yes, unless the president's party was willing to impeach him first. Is that your view as well? Would he be immune from prosecution for using the military to assassinate a political opponent?
Well, Senator, as a lower court judge, I'd be fully bound by Supreme Court precedent. On that particular question, and this is one reason I address the opinion as modest, the opinion addresses only portions of presidential immunity. It specifically is addressing criminal immunity.
I asked you a specific question. Would the president be immune from prosecution if he ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent? No.
Senator, under the Supreme Court precedent on that question, the Supreme Court has specifically not answered it.
Is that a difficult question? Is that an open question in your view?
Well, Senator, under the contours of Trump versus United States, which deals with criminal immunity, I'm not sure that it fully answers all of the political mechanisms that would be in place to address and keep such a horrific situation from ever occurring.
So you're unclear as to whether a president could be prosecuted for that. Is that what you're saying? You don't know the answer?
Well, I think what I'm saying is that within the particular contours of criminal immunity discussed in that opinion, it addresses actually what is an official act. And so I think the first threshold question would be whether one could ever conceive of such a thing as an official act.
I don't want to filibuster my question. It's very simple. If the president tomorrow to order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent, in your view, is he immune from criminal prosecution absent an impeachment first?
If it's not an official act, a phrase that has not yet been fully defined,
if he's using the military to do it, which the court said he has absolute immunity when he deploys the military, is he immune or not?
Well, I don't read the court's decision to say that any use of the military outside of official acts comes within its immunity contours. And as this body knows, because of various drone strikes and other things.
So under the question I asked you, what's the answer, Professor? Yes or no? You're used to answering questions and asking student questions. I'm asking you a very simple question. Yes or no? Is the president immune if he uses SEAL Team 6 to kill a political opponent?
Senator,
yes or no?
With respect,
okay.
I think the Supreme
With respect,
Court...
you're not willing to answer the question. Let me ask you a different question. It was recently reported that the president and his family made around $6 billion from the sale of crypto assets. Some of that money, much of that money, comes from the Gulf. If the president were to sell a foreign policy decision to a Gulf nation in exchange for a crypto donation, is he immune from prosecution for that?
Senator, I don't know anything about the situation that you are describing.
Well, but you know something about the immunity decision. You said it was modest. I'm trying to determine just how modest you think it is. Can the president sell U.S. foreign policy to the highest crypto donor and have a get-out-of-jail-free card? Senator, or is he liable for prosecution?
Senator, if I may, the Constitution has many constraints for all of us.
You don't want to answer that question. Let me ask you a very different question. If the president were to use the military in direct violation of court order, deliberately, knowingly, blatantly use the military in violation of court order, is he immune from any liability?
Senator, as I said when I testified last September about the decision, the Clinton administration had an
I'm
opinion.
not asking about the Clinton administration.
But it's directly relevant, that a president, the position of the Clinton administration is that a
I'm
president,
not
while
asking the
serving.
position of the Clinton administration, I'm asking your position, your view of the immunity decision, which you've described as modest. I'm trying to determine just how modest you think it is. You're
So-
unwilling to say a president can't kill an opponent and be liable. You're unwilling to say the president can't sell foreign policy of the United States for cryptocurrency. You're unwilling to say he can't do that and still be immune. My question is, can he use the military in deliberate violation of court order and be immune, yes or no?
Senator, you're asking very specific questions about whether our criminal justice system is the
Madam Chair,
forum to
I
punish.
yield back.
Thank you. I'd like to enter into the record a letter from 48 former Justice Department officials that are familiar with Professor Mascott's work. They explained, quote, her academic scholarship has been cited in Supreme Court opinions. She has argued high-stakes federal cases, and she has submitted scores of briefs in courts across the country. Mrs. Mascott has been a world-class mentor to hundreds of aspiring lawyers. She was also a standout attorney at the Department of Justice, and her judgment is beyond reproach. She will make an excellent judge, end quote.
Whenever I watch a video and it has Adam Schiff in it, I think the same thing every time. This man is running scared. I can see the fear in his eyes. I think that deep down he understands all the corruption and collusion that he's been doing for years is starting to get exposed little by little by little. And if Donald Trump keeps appointing the right people, keeps putting people in his cabinet who are all about the truth, honor, justice, that this man's going down. This man is a walking criminal, if you ask me. Like the Democrats love to spin a narrative that Donald Trump is above the law. No, he's not. Donald Trump is just like you and I. If he breaks the law, he's going to be held accountable. However, you are not the Russian Gestapo and find the man, find the crime. Donald Trump has done nothing wrong. You guys just fabricate fake information to try and put him behind bars. There's a great quote that I love, and it applies perfect to here. If you want to know who rules over you, find out who you are not allowed to insult. When Barack Obama and Joe Biden were leading this nation, people were terrified to say anything bad to them, and if you said something like that, people would attack you. Whether it was teachers, professors, classmates, co-workers, colleagues, anybody would go after you. Whereas if you said something bad about Trump, in a lot of spaces, that's considered normal behavior. That shows you Trump is not in the protected class. He's just a guy that's trying to do right by this country because it has given him so much, so he's giving back. Whereas Adam Schiff, this man is a career politician. Everything that he is doing is trying to milk the American taxpayer dry. I mean, he's worth millions upon millions of dollars, and he only makes $100,000 to $200,000 a year. The math does not add up, and if you looked at Adam Schiff's life with the same scrutiny that they look at Donald Trump's, I am confident that this man would not be a senator, and there would be a far worse fate for this man. He might be behind a jail cell for all we know. And you can just tell by looking at the guy. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. Do you think Adam Schiff will ever be held to account, like mortgage fraud and faking information and all the other stuff he's done? Or do you think nothing's ever going to happen? Let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.